Thor stood before the Avengers Council, trembling, and then dropped a secret that shattered worlds. Hulk's breath caught. His rage had always been unstoppable. Until today. Iron Man backed away slowly. Batman reached for his belt. Superman's eyes turned red. One confession, one betrayal, and the Avengers Council split forever. Now as Earth burns and alien lords descend, the war begins, and Hulk's final rage could destroy them all. The Avengers Council was silent. In the dimly lit chamber hovering above Earth's orbit, surrounded by stars and tension, 5 of the most powerful beings in the universe stood motionless. Thor's golden armor caught the faint glow of the planet below, but there was no pride on his face, only shame. "I betrayed you all," he said, staring into the void rather than their eyes. Iron Man leaned forward slightly in his suit, his HUD scanning Thor's vitals. "Say that again," he said coldly, almost mechanically. Thor's voice didn't waver. "I made a deal with the alien lords 5 years ago, before the fall of Asgard. I gave them something sacred, and in return, they promised not to invade Earth." Hulk let out a deep, thunderous breath. "You, traitor." Superman didn't speak. His heat vision flickered in his eyes, but his fists were steady at his side. Batman was already analyzing the timeline in his mind, calculating how many attacks had made sense now, how many disasters had been diversions, how many close calls had been manipulated. "What did you give them?" Batman asked, stepping into the center of the council ring. His voice was calm as always, but every syllable was a blade. Thor turned slowly. "The location of the dimensional core." Iron Man's scanner flashed red instantly. "You what?" "The dimensional core holds the keys to the multiverse. That's why they never attacked Earth," Thor said, eyes heavy. "Because they didn't need to. I gave them the path to 1,000 Earths." Suddenly, alarms echoed through the chamber. A red holographic warning flared in front of Iron Man. "Incoming breach. 7 unidentified crafts. Class 5 warships. They've cloaked until now." Tony's voice was dry, hollow. "They're not invading. They're harvesting." Superman's eyes narrowed. "Activate planetary defenses." "It's too late," Batman said. "They're already in atmosphere." "I bought us 5 years." Thor shouted. "I thought I could stop them before." Hulk roared and launched forward. Only a kinetic field prevented him from smashing Thor through the council floor. "You let my people die on Zarthos," Hulk bellowed. "That ambush 3 years ago, it was your fault." "I didn't know they would." "Liar." The room shook. "Iron Man," Superman snapped, "start lockdown protocol." Tony didn't move. "I trusted you, Thor," he said softly. "I built the council on trust. Do you know what it took to get Batman to work with me?" Thor stepped forward. "I never meant for this. I thought I was protecting Earth." "You thought wrong," Batman said. "And now the alien lords have multiversal reach. They could be invading 10 Earths right now." Suddenly, a flash of light burst through the ceiling. Not an explosion, something else. A rip. A rift in space opened like a wound above them, and from it a figure emerged, tall, cloaked, wrapped in energy that crackled with cosmic power. "The Herald," Thor gasped. "They've sent him." The figure touched down, unfazed by gravity or the atmosphere around him. His voice echoed without sound. "The time of bargains is over. We come not to negotiate, but to consume." Hulk moved first, charging like a freight train. The Herald barely raised a finger. Hulk was thrown back so violently that the chamber walls cracked. Superman flew next, heat vision blazing. The Herald simply vanished, reappearing behind him, striking him with a force that sent him through 2 titanium walls. Iron Man's suit locked in combat mode. Friday, full repulsor blast, anti-celestial setting. "Ready." He fired. A beam of energy hit the Herald directly, momentarily blinding the room. But when the light faded, the Herald stood untouched, eyes glowing like twin suns. Batman had already moved, planting a tracking beacon on the Herald's back and launching a smoke bomb to conceal their exit. "We can't fight him head-on," he snapped. "We need a failsafe." "There is no failsafe," Thor whispered. "He feeds on cosmic energy. The more we fight, the stronger he gets. The herald lifted a hand, and earth below began to tremble. Tides shifted. Clouds spiraled unnaturally. Something was being pulled from the planet. They're extracting the core's echo, Iron Man realized. They've mapped its frequency. Enough, Superman growled, re-entering the chamber, cape shredded, eyes burning. He bleeds. I felt it. We need to hit him together, Batman said. A synchronized strike. Count me out, Hulk snarled. I don't fight beside traitors. Thor looked at him. Then kill me after we stop him. You bet I will. Superman hovered above them. I don't care who made what deal. Right now we stop him. Or Earth dies. And every Earth after it. For the first time in years, the Council aligned. Not out of unity, but desperation. Hulk slammed his fists together, the shockwave tearing through the remaining walls. Iron Man activated war mode. Arc reactors spun at full throttle. Batman pulled out a device with only one button. Don't ask. Just trust me. Thor called for Mjolnir, but nothing came. He clenched his fists. He would have to fight without it. Superman launched first, blazing through the air like a red comet, followed by Hulk, roaring like thunder, Iron Man flanking from the left, and Batman gliding from above. Thor closed his eyes and leapt last. As they collided with the Herald, the chamber exploded into chaos. The battle had begun, but deep in Thor's mind, guilt echoed louder than war drums. He had lied. This wasn't his only betrayal. There was one more truth he hadn't confessed. And if the others found out, Hulk's rage would be nothing compared to what came next. The Herald didn't flinch. Superman's punch, strong enough to fracture mountains, landed squarely in the Herald's chest. A ripple of cosmic energy absorbed the blow like a drop into the ocean. But this time, the Herald staggered back. A spark of silver blood trickled from his lip. Hulk saw it. You bleed. He leapt, feet shattering the chamber floor as he rocketed upward. The Herald turned to counter, but Hulk slammed into them with such force that the space around them vibrated. The two crashed through the orbital station wall and spiraled toward the planet's upper atmosphere. Iron Man locked on, engaging orbital pursuit. Batman, initiate fallback. I'm already inside his mind, Batman replied, voice grim. He's hiding something. Something worse than we imagined. Superman followed Hulk down through the clouds, his cape ablaze with speed. Wind howled past as the three titans clashed mid-air, lightning crackling from Thor's bare hands as he joined from above. You gave them the core's location, Superman shouted between blows. What else did you give them? I told you everything. Thor yelled back, but he couldn't look anyone in the eye. No, Batman's voice cut in through their comms. He hasn't. Thor didn't just give them a location. He gave them a key. Thor's body tensed mid-flight. Hulk noticed. You son of a... The Herald's hand suddenly flared with dark matter. He clapped his palms together, and a shockwave split the clouds in every direction. Hulk and Superman were thrown backward like rag dolls. Thor caught himself with a burst of lightning and shot a bolt toward the Herald's chest. The Herald absorbed it, smiled, and spoke for the first time since the chamber. Your gods are broken. He vanished. Instantly, Earth's sky darkened. Dozens of small black portals opened in the upper atmosphere. From each one, creatures began to pour out, spindly, six-limbed, armored beings with blades for arms and no eyes. The alien lords had sent their first wave. Iron Man locked in. They're not just foot soldiers. Each one's charged with quantum destabilizers. They're meant to break this Earth, Batman confirmed. Literally. Superman launched through 3 of them at once. Hulk grabbed 2 mid-air and crushed them together. Thor landed in the middle of a swarm, lightning tearing through the sky. But it wasn't enough. They kept coming. Thousands. Batman moved fast, zipping across Earth in the Batwing toward a hidden bunker in the Alps. If I can activate the Phantom Protocol, I might be able to trap the Herald between dimensions. And if you fail? Tony asked. I won't fail. Hulk tore into the swarm, fists red with blood and rage. Thor, if we survive this, I swear I'll end you myself. Then let me die helping stop this, Thor muttered. He leapt toward the Herald's last location, reaching into the core of the storm. But he wasn't alone. Iron Man intercepted him midair. "You don't get to run off again." "I'm not running." "You didn't just give them the core's location," Tony said, locking his suit's magnetizers to keep Thor grounded. "You gave them Stark Protocol Zero." Thor's silence confirmed it. "You gave them access to every defense system Earth has," Tony whispered. "Why?" "They threatened my brother," Thor said, voice trembling. "Loki wasn't dead. They had him. They showed me. I didn't know what to do." "You gave away the Earth's soul for Loki?" Tony's voice shook with fury. "I thought I could stop them before they used it. I thought we had time." Iron Man backed away. "No. You don't get to make those calls. Not alone." "Then stop me." "I intend to." But their argument was cut short. A deafening screech tore through the sky. From the largest portal above, a new figure descended. Massive, metallic, wielding 4 spinning orbs of gravitational energy. One swing from its arm sent a skyscraper in New York crumbling, even from orbit. Hulk turned mid-battle. "What the hell is that?" Superman raced back into the fray, eyes glowing with full solar flare. "It's not a creature," he said. "It's a planet breaker. Targeting Earth's core in 3 minutes, Iron Man reported, his voice clipped. "If that thing hits the ground, this planet cracks like glass." Thor summoned all his power, lightning tearing from the sky into his fists. "Then we stop it here." Superman, Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor flew toward the incoming planet breaker. Batman's voice crackled in their comms. 1 minute until Phantom Protocol is ready. Lure the Herald close to the beacon. I can lock him there." He vanished. Iron Man snapped. "We can't track him." "You can," Batman said. "Because Thor has his signal. The mark from the deal you made, it's still on you." Thor's eyes widened. "You're right." He raised his hand and closed his eyes. "Come face me, Herald. I am the reason you're here. Come finish me." A tear in space ripped open inches from Thor. The Herald stepped through. This time, Superman didn't wait. He tackled the Herald through 3 clouds, fists moving faster than the eye could track. Thor and Hulk joined the clash. Iron Man locked a beacon to the Herald's armor as Batman initiated the Phantom Protocol from the ground. Time began to ripple. Space warped. The Herald roared as a vortex opened beneath him, threatening to suck him into the void between dimensions. But the Herald smiled. "You think I came alone?" Suddenly, the planet breaker paused. Its core opened, and from it a second Herald stepped out. Taller, stronger, eyes like collapsing stars. Batman's breath caught. "There's more than one." The Phantom Protocol activated, but only caught the first Herald, who let out a hollow laugh as he was dragged into the void. The second Herald raised his hands, and Earth began to bleed. Red light seeped from tectonic cracks across continents. Oceans surged. Gravity fluctuated. Skies turned violet. Thor looked down in horror. "I didn't just give them Earth's core," he whispered. "I gave them the seed of Yggdrasil buried beneath it." Iron Man's voice cracked. "You gave them access to the World Tree?" Thor fell to his knees mid-air, the wind roaring past him. "I gave them the connection to all realms." Superman turned to him, eyes burning. "Then you gave them the key to end everything." Below, Batman stared at the unstable sky. Earth is now the center of the multiverse. And the war had just begun. Lightning cracked across the sky, but it was no longer natural. The clouds above Earth had turned crimson, spiraling around a breach in reality itself. The second Herald hovered over the chaos like a god of extinction. With each movement of his hands, tectonic plates shifted. Volcanoes erupted simultaneously across continents. Earth's heartbeat was failing. Superman charged, heat vision cutting a blinding line across the sky. It struck the Herald's face, but the cosmic being didn't flinch. Instead, he extended his arm and caught Superman mid-flight, crushing him into the ground with enough force to leave a crater visible from space. Iron Man locked his missiles on target, blasting everything he had left from above. Micro-rockets, EMP bursts, gravity mines, all deployed in sequence. but each one disintegrated inches before impact, neutralized by the Herald's gravitational field. Jarvis crackled with static. "I've never seen anything like this." Thor hurled himself downward like a falling star, lightning cloaking his body, rage surging through every muscle. But the Herald caught him mid-air with a flick of his fingers and flung him through the air like a toy. He crashed into the Rockies, carving a trench miles wide. Hulk's roars echoed from below. He had torn through the last wave of alien soldiers and now leapt toward the Herald with no finesse, just fury. The Herald turned mid-air and struck him with a gravitational pulse, slamming Hulk into a city below. Buildings crumbled. Roads split. But Hulk rose again, slower this time, bleeding from his head, teeth bared. From below, Batman watched through satellite feed, activating a prototype device in his hand. A cube unfolded, shimmering with unstable quantum energy. "This wasn't designed for Herald-level threats," he muttered. "But it'll have to do." He pressed the trigger. A beam of purple light shot upward, striking the Herald's chest. For a moment, the cosmic being froze mid-air, held in place by quantum locks. Superman broke free from the rubble and blasted forward again, punching with everything he had. Thor returned with his fists lit by Asgardian runes, crackling with elder power. Hulk leapt one more time. Iron Man activated his final protocol, Mark Infinity, a suit built only for apocalyptic war. All four hit the Herald at the same time. For the first time, he screamed. Energy exploded outward in every direction. Forests burned. Rivers dried. Cities across Asia and South America lost power. But the Herald dropped from the sky. He fell through the atmosphere like a broken comet, crashing deep into the Atlantic Ocean. The water erupted into a geyser that rose miles into the sky, vaporizing as quickly as it appeared. Silence. Then waves. Not water. Not sound. Dimensional waves. Something was tearing through the fabric of the earth. The ground shook violently. Batman's eyes widened as his instruments spiked. It's not over. He didn't fall, he opened something. From the ocean's core, a blinding column of blue and gold light shot up into the sky. And in its center, a massive root began to rise, glowing, ancient, pulsing with life. Not a tree, not a structure. The World Tree. Yggdrasil had awakened. Thor fell to his knees again. No. Superman floated above, staring in disbelief. That thing was buried here all along? Yes, Thor answered. The seed of it. The last remnant from the fall of the realms. I thought if I gave the alien lords its coordinates, they'd use it to travel. I never thought they'd use it to conquer. You should have told us, Iron Man said bitterly. You would have never agreed. You're damn right, Hulk growled, limping toward them, his arm dislocated and ribs crushed. And I still might tear you in half. Batman's voice cut in again. Forget Thor for now. That tree isn't just growing, it's becoming an antenna. For what? Superman asked. To broadcast Earth's location to every realm in existence. We got maybe minutes before everyone, every warlord, every dark god, every corrupted version of us knows Earth is now the doorway. As if summoned, the sky above shifted again. This time, portals didn't open from space, but from beneath the roots of the World Tree. And stepping out from them, one by one, dark figures, twisted variants of the very heroes standing there. A Batman with red eyes and a blade made of kryptonite. A Hulk with 4 arms stitched together by alien tech. A Superman made of pure shadow. An Iron Man possessed by an ancient AI. And behind them all, walking slowly from the portal, stood another Thor, older, crueler, his face scarred and burned, dragging a Mjolnir made of bones. Thor stepped back in horror. That's me. No, the Dark Thor growled. I'm what you become when guilt turns into power. The invasion of Earth had only been phase 1. Now came the invasion of realities. The sky tore like paper as multiversal echoes of Earth's mightiest heroes stepped through. Each carried twisted versions of their weapons, each cloaked in rage, vengeance, or corruption. Earth's Superman floated higher, scanning the new arrivals. His breath caught as he saw himself, twisted, hollow-eyed, black-caped, radiating dark solar energy. The Shadow Superman cracked his neck and grinned. "You always held back." "I didn't." Thor stood frozen, facing his older version, scarred, blood-soaked, dragging a jagged, rune-covered bone hammer. "I lost everyone," the older Thor said. "Then I lost myself. And that made me invincible." Iron Man's suit flickered, struggling to match energy signatures. "We're not ready for this," he muttered. "These aren't soldiers. These are survivors." Hulk limped forward, eyes locked on the four-armed monstrosity approaching. Its skin was gray, pulsing with radiation. "What the hell are you supposed to be?" The alternate Hulk growled, each word like gravel grinding through steel. "What you become when rage wins." Then chaos exploded. Shadow Superman launched first, colliding with his counterpart mid-air in a sonic blast that shattered windows for miles. The two Supermen clashed above the burning clouds, each blow sending out shockwaves that cracked mountains and reversed winds. Batman had already vanished, disappearing into the battlefield with counterplans ready, placing quantum traps and dimensional snares before anyone knew he was even gone. Somewhere in the shadows, he was preparing for the moment all else failed. Hulk and his mutated double collided like planets. Fists shattered the ground beneath them, sending chunks of Earth skyward. Hulk bled. So did his other self. Neither stopped. Iron Man faced a corrupted version of himself, its armor shifting with fluid AI, mocking his every move. "Predicting your every strike," the dark AI said. "Because I am you, evolved beyond hesitation." But Tony smirked. "You don't know what I improvise." Explosions lit up the sky as dozens of suits deployed from orbit, each one attacking from a different angle. And Thor, he clashed with himself in silence. Lightning collided with blood magic, hammer against hammer. The older Thor moved like a god with nothing left to lose. The younger, still burdened by guilt, struggled to keep up. Every hit he took was personal. Every wound bled regret. "You sacrificed Earth," the older Thor spat, "and still failed to save Loki." "I tried," Thor whispered. "You lied." The older Thor raised his bone hammer and slammed it into the ground. And the world tree screamed. Yggdrasil's roots twisted violently, splitting cities apart, unleashing light that blinded the sky. From deep within its base, a third herald began to rise, this one silent, cloaked in golden flames, surrounded by rings of time itself. Batman's voice came through comms. "That's not just another herald. That's the architect. The one who built the invasion. He's rewriting timelines." Superman, still locked in battle high above, yelled back, "Then stop him." "I'm trying," Batman growled. "But every time we attack, the tree adapts. It's becoming sentient." Iron Man shouted, "Then we end the tree." "No," Thor roared. "If you destroy it, you don't just stop this invasion. You shatter the connection to all realms, good and bad. You trap the innocent too." Hulk slammed his alternate self through the crust of the earth. Less talking, more smashing. But it was too late. The architect raised his hands, and time cracked. Suddenly, all heroes froze mid-battle. For a split second, Superman saw dozens of versions of himself, all screaming. Iron Man's suits turned to dust. Thor's hammer shattered in his grip. Hulk felt his heart stop. But then, one sound broke the time freeze. A pulse. A heartbeat. A presence none of them expected. A blur tore through the sky faster than light. A new figure appeared, cloaked in white, glowing, hovering above the world tree. Batman whispered, "Who the hell is that?" No one answered, not even the architect. Because the new arrival, silent, radiant, raised one hand. And the tree stopped screaming. Time paused. The earth held its breath. And the war entered its final phase.